All right, in this lesson, we're going to be solving cube root equations. And remember, a cube root is the same thing as a 1/3 power. So if you see a 1/3 power, you can rewrite that as a cube root. And unlike square root equations, we don't have a restricted domain or range with cube root, and so you don't have to worry about extraneous solutions. So they're actually a little bit easier than square root equations. So starting with number 1, I see cube root of 5x equals 2. And so the radical is isolated, and so we can undo the cube root by cubing both sides, leaving 5x equals 8, then divide by 5, so x equals 8/5. On this next one, we can cube both sides, and we get x minus 2 equals 125. Add the 2, x equals 127. On 3, they're writing it as a 1/3 power, but that's the same as cube root, so we would cube both sides, and that would leave us with x plus 6 equals 27. Subtract the 6, x equals 21. Here, using that 1/3 power again, but we need to, if you want, you can rewrite it as a cube root to see that you need to isolate that radical or isolate the parentheses. And so your first step is to add the 4 to both sides. Take care of what is not attached to the radical first, and then divide by the 2. And then you're ready to cube both sides. Don't cube both sides until the cube root is isolated. And so 7x minus 1 equals 8. Add the 1, you get 7x equals 9. Divide by 7, you get x equals 9/7. In number 5, both sides have cube root, and so when we cube both sides, it leaves us with a linear equation to solve. And so get x's on one side, numbers on the other. And so divide by the 2, x equals -15. On number 6, the only expression under the radical is the 3x, so we need to subtract the 1 first. Then divide by 4. And then be careful when you're writing cube root, make sure the index of the radical doesn't look like you're multiplying by 3. Make the 3 very small. And so now we're ready to cube both sides. So 3x equals 27, and x equals 9.